TD Fans Talk, man. Y'all already see the title, baby. Let's just get down to it, man. I am done. I am done. Literally, watching the replay of this freaking game, man. Watching the replays, man. That's it. That is it. We don't deserve this anymore. Matt Burke has to go. Matt Burke has to go now. This is ridiculous, man. The reason, man, listen, man, I'm upset. Let me tell y'all why I'm upset right now. All that we done been through this year, and we still in a position. We are still in a position where we can do something special. Nobody disagrees with that. We're still in a position where we can do something special. But how do we expect to go do something special if week after week after week after week after week, I want to say it 50 more times, after week, nothing is changing from a defensive scheme standpoint? Do y'all even understand that Tannehill has been required to be great to make up for Burke's defensive schemes? Just imagine that our team and Tannehill didn't even have to be great. Tannehill don't even have to be great. Imagine our team if Tannehill didn't have to be great. And we could do that if Matt Burke, I don't know where his head is. I have no idea where this man's head is. And let me tell y'all why I'm mad right now. Let me tell y'all why I'm mad right now. Because we don't deserve this crap, man. Y'all don't realize I'm looking at the film from previous weeks. This week, I'm just looking down the line, looking at this man. It ain't no such thing as the Miami Dolphins getting pressure on the quarterback. Not because we can't, because we won't even put ourselves in a position to do so. I don't get it. I don't get it. I've been making excuse after excuse for this man. And here's what I mean by that. Early in the season, when everybody was saying fire Matt Burke, I was like, no, y'all got to understand why. You got to understand why the defense is struggling. This man lost his best 2 interior tackles on the defensive line. Y'all know, if you've been with me for a while, you know I've been making excuses for Burke. I say he lost his 2 defensive tackles. And what's happening on the defense is teams are running up our gut. Started with the Patriots in week 4. They are running right through the middle. Now our linebackers gotta actually sell out on some plays. The linebackers selling out and they play action and we already beat. That's why in some of those games, Texas and all of them, that's why you had so many wide open men. And then at the end of the day, that excuse can only go for so long. I give you about 2 to 3 weeks, Burke. I give you 2 to 3 weeks on that excuse. Because after 2 to 3 weeks, you should have improved the backup players. And if they hadn't improved, which actually they have a little now, that's to be fair, they have improved. But if they didn't improve, you got to change your defensive schemes to put them in a better position. You got to put them in a good position. If you know that they can't get the job done, then you got to get them the help they need. You gotta call a defensive scheme that's gonna make it easier on them. I gave him that excuse, but then he wasn't changing nothing. When we still was getting beat up, the man wasn't changing a thing. And when you don't change anything and we losing, and when we do win, it's because the offense. Now, don't get me wrong. We've had some games. See, some of y'all that's like, Burke is good. He's straight. No. Don't forget. Y'all look at the small glimmering moments. Y'all don't understand. The turnovers that we've got this year has nothing to do with defensive scheme. The turnovers that we forced this year are solely from Amazing plays by amazing athletes. Rashad Jones doing what he doing ain't got nothing to do with schemes. Xavier Howard's picks, almost every single one, had nothing to do with schemes. It was his athleticism. Don't let Burke live off of great athletes we got on defense and think that it's his schemes that's having all these turnovers. No. This defense can be a top 5 defense by far, even with the injuries. How do we consistently allow quarterbacks to have 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds to throw the ball? You're not even giving our secondary a chance. You're not even giving our linebackers a chance to make a good play. 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds at a time, y'all. At a time. You look at that Patriots game, it is embarrassing on defense. And I will stick to this to the life of me. And I'm not talking about I am not talking about the players. I am not talking about the players. I am talking about the schemes. We still have a shot to do something special, but I already know we can't do it unless Matt Burke get his act together. For the life of me, finally at the end of the game, finally at the end of the game, we start sending a little pressure to Brady, and look what happened. Look at what happened. This is unacceptable. We have an opportunity. Y'all don't get it today, man. We got an opportunity to do something really, really special. If you don't think we can win out, you tripping right now. You tripping if you don't think we can win out. Ain't no reason why we don't make the playoffs despite the injuries, but despite the haters that say we only gonna win 3 games. Despite all of that, despite the injuries, all of it. Can't even believe we were talking down on this team in the first place. Can't believe it. And we got a chance to make not only our team, but the fan base proud, man. Fan base waking up right now. Got a chance. But come on, Burke. You gotta fix this defense, man. It done literally been about 10 weeks now. About 9 weeks since we've been asking Burke to fix it. We understand his injuries came. But it's not rocket science. If you on my live stream every Sunday during the game, you hear it. I am literally calling out what's happening. You're sitting in a zone versus the Patriots and giving Tom Brady 4+ seconds to throw the ball. They experts, man. They see you in a zone. Brady just says, hey, that's why he always call Hogan or somebody. They go in motion and come closer to another receiver. Because they bunch up and they send 2 guys in the same zone area. One of them keep going, and our defense always follow that one. The second one just turn around, bam, easy 8-yard completion. That's why they dink and dunk us so successfully. Because you stay in the zone. Every option they run is a zone option. The receivers have options. They ain't no cookie cutter offense. They receivers know if I'm playing man, if it's tight coverage, I'm making my cut. If it's loose coverage, I'm running on the fly. They run options. The receiver option, not a quarterback. Man, this ain't rocket science. It's crazy. And I'm sitting there play after play, just calling it. We rushing 4 again. It's 3rd and 9, and we rushing 4. Brady, 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, 4 second. Slide over in the pocket. Oh, there is his man. You cannot ask for secondary to be that much more great after 4 seconds. Any secondary in the NFL will break down eventually. You give a quarterback enough time. And I keep telling people, they be like, well, TD, the front four need to be better and get there. You're missing your 2 starting defensive tackles. You don't think they working on getting there? What we need to start recognizing is the fact that when you see they can't get there, you got to change it. Guys, listen, this is what I'm trying to get y'all to understand, okay? Gase is like this too, but I like how he's starting to come out of it. He's having a few good, the last game was a good sign, he's coming out of it. But let me tell you what they got a habit of doing. They got a habit, I can tell this is how they run it. They got a habit of saying, hey, I have the perfect playbook. If you execute this playbook on offense and defense, we will win. And they're right. Let me break something down for y'all who don't understand. They are correct. They have a good game plan. They run great schemes. And if they execute it, we will win. But at what point do you realize you don't have the full personnel to execute it? And in a game of football, you need all 11 executing. All 11 on the field has to execute. But if your defensive tackle's getting beat every time, you can't keep coming over saying, well, the play would work if the defensive tackle would execute. You can't live off the excuse. When are you going to sit there and actually take a page out of Belichick's book? Well, they not executing. I can't just say it is what it is. I can't just say, oh, we'll just get rid of them. I don't know if the next person to execute. Let me change the game plan to something I know we can execute. That's behaviors of the trash, sorry teams in the NFL. That's what the trash, sorry teams do. They sit around and they say, I got a good plan, and they show their general managers, look, the play will work, but he's getting beat. That's what the sorry team coaches do. They go to the general manager. I mean, if you look at the film, I'm calling it right. This guy just gets beat. And now that guy just gets beat. Then this same guy gets beat. And the general manager's allowing that crap to be an excuse. Instead of being a general manager and saying, well, when do you change to something they can handle? When do you change it to something they can handle? Don't we know by now they can't handle it? Well, why can't we get somebody that can? Well, it's too late for that now. As a coach, you got to be able to change your scheme now to what he can handle. Excuse none of that. None of that has to do with us on 3rd and 15, rushing forward. And sometimes thinking that you give Tom Brady more than 4 seconds, he's going to kill us. And don't be mistaken, let's not sit here and be no dumb to fools now. We Dolphin fans, we love that victory. Tom Brady, you all that, yes. But don't be no fool. Tom Brady had a good game on us. And that is what's not acceptable. That is not acceptable if we're going to be the team we want to be. We can't get happy from a win. We got to look at that win and say, why did it come down to a last play? Y'all want better for the team. I know you do. You want better for the team? Then don't just look at wins and losses. That's why some of our losses I'm encouraged. And some of our wins I'm discouraged. Because I'm looking at what could have been. At least 2 of their scores, at least 2 of the Patriots drives where they scored, if we would have consistently dialed up pressure in the game, we would at least stop 2 of those scoring drives. Do you know how many 3rd down situations we put them in? Do you know how many times on the last chat I had to look down and see another first down, touchdown, another first, touchdown. And that's when we wasn't making penalties. Then the penalties come in. Come on, man. Come on, y'all. Come on, man. Don't tell me Matt Burke is good. I told Matt Burke on my stream, I said, I'll give you all the passes in the world. All you got to do is change it, though. Start dialing up some pressure. Start giving some different looks. And we had a few moments of that in the game, but it was late. It should have never even came to that. Where was that rush on 3rd and 12 early in the game against Brady? When it was another first, when we're running a zone, and obviously you can't do it. They just staggering receivers. They're giving Brady freaking 5 seconds to throw the ball. You're giving Brady 5 seconds to throw the ball in a zone D when they love to sit down in it. They love to. And your sign is the fact that Brady sent somebody in motion on like 50% of the plays just to see if you were in a zone. He was checking you the whole time. They still in it. Another first. They still in it. Another first. Come here, Hogan. Oh, he following you? Oh, he ain't following you? Okay, they still in it. Another first. Slide out, Gronk. Oh, all the linebackers shift. They still in it. Another first. Insanity, y'all. Insanity. That's all I'm saying here. We could be even better. We see our offense finally putting up points and looking explosive, and we like, woo! Imagine if Burke can dial up some pressure. You know the confidence we'll have as a fan base, talking our stuff, telling them haters we about to murder y'all Vikings. And right now we got to go into the game. We can beat the Vikings. We can beat the Vikings. Why we ain't going into the game saying we can murder the Vikings? Because Matt Burke ain't giving us that sense of security. And the sad thing about it is it's stuff that we can actually handle. It's stuff that we can actually accomplish. We got the athletes still available on defense. I'm telling y'all now, man, Matt Burke may not mess this up for us, y'all. Y'all got your quarterback doing his thing. Matt Burke better not mess this up for us, y'all. Man, 3 weeks ago, I started on this Matt Burke train because I've been making excuses. Nobody better not come at me, say nothing about me, man. TD, you're overreacting. Matt Burke is this and that. Man, all season I've been sticking behind Matt Burke, using the defensive line interior as the problem. But after a while, he showed me he can't even change it. And it's simple. It's simple, y'all. It's simple. Rush 5. At least on 3rd and 9, just five. I ain't asking for the 6. I ain't asking for the 7 all out. Just 5. On a 3rd and anything more than 3rd and 5. Anything more than 3rd and 5, just 5. Just send 5. Please rush 5, Burke. Just do it. If we get beat, it don't matter because if you rush 4, we were gonna get beat anyway in your zone. Don't mess this up, Burke. Don't mess this up, Burke. Matt Burke better not mess this up. We got a prime opportunity. Don't mess this up, Matt Burke. And I hate this the most, man. Him and Gates friends. They buddy. Let me tell y'all something. If Gates messed this up for us, and the offseason come and Adam Gates don't fire his buddy, Adam Gates got to go. Because he ain't doing what's best for the team. And I like Adam Gates. I still stick behind Adam Gates. I still go to bat for Adam Gates and say that even head coaches got to take time to develop and get better and experience some things. Learn from their experiences. But if Matt Burke don't fix this and he ruined this for us at the end of the season, if Adam Gates don't fire him, Adam Gates got to go too. And matter of fact, that should be a sign. That should be a sign to the front office that Adam Gates ain't the guy. If Burke messed this up at the end of the season, if the defense keep playing like this, and it's not the personnel, y'all. If you're a Dolphins fan, you know what we got on defense as far as weapons. It's not the personnel. It is not the personnel. It is the lack of good play calling in some of the most opportune moments, in crunch time. 3rd and 9, 3rd and 11, 3rd and 12. Oh my God. 2nd and 18. That's even a blitzing situation. For the life of me, man. For the life of me. Matt Burke, I am done, man. I am done. You're gonna have to rise me up out of this somberness. You're gonna have to rise me right up out of this. And my somberness is not about my team, never. About you. And let me tell y'all what his game plan is. It's obvious. It's clear as day, man. This is how I know. This is how he look at it. I know, man. I know this has to be how he look at it. You know, keep a solid defense, rush forward, keep all your guys out there, bend but don't break. They can keep driving down the field. Statistically, we will get enough stops, and statistically, they will make mistakes. Just keep it solid and sound and stop the run. That's his plan. I know it is. And I'm a numbers guy. Believe it or not, TD is a numbers guy. So a part of me understands exactly what he means statistically. But this is the National Football. Oh my, this is the National Football League, man. Statistics, 16 games is a small sample size for those statistics. Because you can also, those statistics are like a game plan to go 9-7. But since it's such a small sample size, you still rolling the dice. You can go 7-9 and just ended up on the bad end of that draw. You're playing, you're gambling. You're gambling instead of playing good, solid, logical defense. Keep your base, but in certain situations, it is common sense. If somebody is 3rd and 12, if you rush 6 and play man-to-man, Tom Brady always get frazzled when the pressure coming. If his quick slant ain't there, it's it. He throwing it away. That's why some of the most epic games against the Patriots are teams that are playing bump and run with receivers and they are blitzing the heck out of Tom Brady. Those are some of the most epic games, some of the most competitive games versus the Patriots. Every time you hear somebody beat up on the Patriots, because they sit in 6 and they man-to-man and they bump and run. Brady ain't got more than 2 seconds. Everything is short game. And we got the athletes for it. We got the athletes for it. We got the speed. And God dog it, Burke put Minkah Fitzpatrick back in the nickel. Put him back in the nickel. I don't care that X was out. It don't matter. McTyer could have probably did as good as Minkah did yesterday at the corner. But I ain't gonna go that far. Because McTyer in that Chicago game still got me heated. Luckily, we won. Put that man back in the nickel, man. You know Minkah Fitzpatrick has had all his best games in the nickel. He went to safety when Rashad was out. It didn't look great. It was okay, but it ain't look great. And he done played like 3 games now at corner. And it ain't, no, put the man back in the nickel. I keep telling everybody, man. Everybody like, and people saying before the game, well, Minkah gonna take in for Xavier Howard. I'm like, man, figure out to put that man back in the nickel. You playing the Patriots. They sitting down in zones and everything. Put that man in the nickel. And I don't know why people keep on spreading these lies about Minkah talking about where he played safety in Alabama. Majority of that man's snaps in Alabama was at the nickel. I've been saying that this whole time. He is a nickel. And what blinded all of us is that we paid Bobby McCain all that money to be the highest paid nickel. And he actually been at corner. And he ain't had his best season this year. But it's hard to have your best season too when your coach got the offense, oh my gosh, is allowing every quarterback you play to have 5-6 seconds to throw the ball. Y'all notice Rashad Jones ain't even been that explosive? Have y'all noticed that for the last few games? Rashad Jones ain't been that great either. And don't get it twisted. Just because a player gets 2 picks in the game, don't mean they had a good game. I'm just saying, I'm calling it what it is. I love Xavier Howard. He's turning out to be a beast. But go watch the film, man. Y'all know good and well, quite a few times when you look up, Xavier got beat. Xavier got beat on that one. Oh, Xavier with the pick. Oh, with another pick. Legendary. We agree. But I'm telling y'all now, man, y'all better go look at the film before you fall too deep in love. We talk real talk over here, man. Even if it's about the player you love, we talk real talk. We gotta safeguard our team's future. We gotta safeguard our team's future. We have to, man. But this is crazy, man. Guys, if we gonna do something special, we gotta start with Matt Burke now, man. We know what Tannehill can give us. They starting to see that. So I ain't worried about Gates and Tannehill in that offense. I'm really not. Even with a messed up O-line, I'm really not worried about the offense like that. But our defense, man, is not our personnel, y'all. It's not our personnel. You gotta put these players in the right positions, man. And you gotta put them in a better position to win. You making some really good corners look bad, Burke. And that's unfair to them. That's unfair to them. That's unfair to us. You making some really talented athletes look bad, Burke. I can't believe you even putting Minkah Fitzpatrick in that position. Man, y'all, if y'all don't know football, you just ain't paying attention to that situation with the cornerback in the nickel, with Minkah bouncing around everywhere. Y'all not paying attention to that. Minkah need to be in the nickel. Remember what this man was doing early in the season? I start dubbing him the bubble screen killer. Runs to the outside, no sir. Bubble screens, no sir. Quick slants, no sir. Minkah Fitzpatrick, we're eating all that up. All of it. Now then we put him at safety. He look okay, but here's what y'all gotta realize. Safeties aren't involved in the game as much as nickels or linebackers. On a running play, sometimes the safety's coming downhill and get there. It's usually done before that. Even on a pass play, short pass outside, safeties ain't got nothing to do with it. Corner makes the tackle. Safety's dealing with deep and middle of the field issues. So you put a great talent at safety, they can still be great, but you're taking them away from making plays too. You're taking them, that's why you haven't even heard his name as much either. And then when you do hear it, you're hearing it on something, you're like, oh, a penalty. I get it, Minkah. The man had 5 seconds to throw the ball. You had good coverage. What they expect, for you to just start hugging him? The offensive guy always has the advantage. Let's not forget that, guys. In football, the offensive guy always have the advantage. Always. Because they know what they gonna do before you. So our athletic corners have been keeping up with these guys, but after a while, when the play break down, your zone is done now. It's all busted now. Everybody done ran their course through and through. Now you got too many people behind, too many people up front. Now people coming back towards you. Man, come on. People, you're gonna automatically find an open guy after about 4 or 5 seconds, especially if you're running a zone. Especially if you're running a zone. And y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know how sometimes corners be out there, a receiver will run a fade, and a corner chasing them. After a while, the corner just stopped running because in their head, I mean, it's been like 8 seconds now. The guys shouldn't still have them. You know how corners be slowing down, looking back to see if the play over? And sometimes they get beat doing that, though. They're like, oh, it's not over, and they start recovering, but the guy got it, touchdown now. Because it's almost second nature where they ain't gonna have it that long. But do y'all understand how long our secondary has to cover? People don't understand the difference that makes, given the quarterback you're going against another 1.5 seconds to throw the ball. Why you think these quarterbacks been looking good against us, man? And then we thinking that our defense is still good enough because we make turnovers. Let me ask y'all a question. Did we have a turnover against the Patriots? Did we have any turnovers versus the Patriots? Did we have any turnovers versus the Patriots? You can't live off of our players' athleticism. Well, Xavier Howard was here. We might have got Brady once or twice, but you cannot live on their pure athleticism. You also need to put their athleticism in great schemes. And then you let them shine even more. They shine even more. Call a great scheme. Our defense should be revered right now. They should be like that defense down there in South Florida. That defense down there in South Florida. All that takes is Matt Burke sending one more on tough downs. All that takes is Matt Burke on a 3rd and 9 sending 5 instead of 4. Then it was times we sent 3, y'all. It was times we sent 3 to our defense sent 3 on a rush. I'm done, Matt. I was defending you ever since week 4, man. We are in week 15. We're going into week 15, 10 weeks later, bro. I even gave you 3 weeks after week 4 and said, you know, your O-line. Then I start screaming every live stream about change the scheme, and nothing has changed. If you've been on my live streams, y'all know nothing has changed. Almost 7 games in a row now. Nothing has changed on defense. We have seen them rush for almost 90% of the game. 4 or less, 90% of the game. Nothing has changed. We just like so scared to dial up pressure on a quarterback. And we allow first down after first down after first down. And what's even worse about it, what's even more insulting about it, like the Green Bay game, like the Colts game, the offensive line that we're trying to break through are putting 6 and 7 people on the line. They're running 3-man routes. They're running 3-man routes. And we got 7 in the secondary and still can't stop them. That's what's even more embarrassing, Matt Burke. They're running 3 and 4-man routes. And we got 7 in the secondary going against 3 and 4 and still can't stop them from getting the first down. That's what's even more insulting about it. They're putting 6 and 7 people on their offensive line and saying the winning formula for the Dolphins to beat their defense is to stack your line and just give your quarterback all day to throw it. Because somebody gonna get open eventually. Because they just can't get to the quarterback. You are going to get on average 4+ seconds to throw the ball against the Miami Dolphins if you just add protection. We're not even challenging them at the line by at least sending 5. At least sending 5. Come on, man. This ain't rocket science. This is not rocket science, man. Something going on in it with our coaching staff, man. One of them already been exposed for sniffing his lines at practice. At practice, y'all. At practice. One of they guys. One of they friends. I don't like the fact that all of them that close. You got one of them at work doing his due. Sending messages to his girlfriend. What? Something up with this coaching staff, man. Gase like he might be turning the corner the right way. But I'm telling y'all, I'm going to say it for the last time. Before I end the stream, one last time. If Matt Burke ruined this for us and Adam Gase don't fire him, Adam got to go. If Adam don't tell Greer and them, he got to go, Adam got to go. Matter of fact, if Greer and Tannenbaum don't step up and do it themselves, Ross got to step in, wipe it out. Ross has to step in and wipe out. Or even save Gase. Ross needs to come in. I believe in what you got going here, Gase. But your boy out of here. Get it done. And matter of fact, make sure Gase do it. Make sure Gase does it. Don't Gase, don't pass it off to Tannenbaum, none of them. Go to Gase and tell him to tell Matt Burke, call him in the office and tell him, no, your service no longer. Or shake Gase up that even have to do it to his friend. Put some coldness in his heart so that on a 4th and 1 on the 40-yard line, you'll go for it for once in a, man, this TD Fans Talk, I'm out, y'all. I'm out. Just like Matt Burke need to be, man. This TD Fans Talk. Peace, y'all, man. I'm out, man.